Hey folks, my name is Emily and this is 108 Stitches, which is a mostly knitting video podcast with some other stuff thrown in there at times, some sewing, some baseball content as well. And yeah, so I am back. It's been a couple weeks since I have chatted with you all. It feels like it's been pretty busy, but I feel like I always say that it's been really busy. But I'm really excited to be talking with you all now, and I've got some really exciting stuff coming up that I've been talking about a little bit on Instagram, and also shared with you a little pinch of last time I podcasted, but I'm really excited to share even more with you today about it. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see, again, yeah, my name is Emily. I live in Seattle, Washington with my husband Northus and our pup Norman, who is running around here somewhere. And today is May 31st, 2021, and it is episode 21. And I still can't believe that it's been 21 episodes. That just blows my mind that I've been doing this for 21 episodes, but I really, really appreciate all of you that come back every week and watch the podcast and like give it the thumbs up, and the comments and everything just yeah, really fill me with joy, and I love reading them all. And so thank you so much for coming back, and I'm gonna go ahead and I guess just hop into some of the fun, exciting stuff. So a couple of works in progress that I will start with. Actually, now I wrote down all my works in progress first. I'm trying to remember, do I normally do my work? I can't even remember if I normally do my whips first or my finished objects first. I guess it doesn't really matter, but maybe let's do the finished objects first because I'm more excited about those. We'll just do the fun stuff from the beginning. So a couple of finished objects. One, this was almost finished last time I talked to you, and it's been a while. I finished this like shortly after I last podcasted, but my first finished object is my second Stripey turtle tank. So that is the name. I've named this pattern now. So this, if you guys have been listening, watching the podcast for a little bit, you'll know that this Stripey tank is actually a pattern of my own design. So I can show you my original. So this is the second one I knit. The first one was this one here, and I've decided to call it the Stripey turtle tank. And as you may remember from last time, I decided that I'm going to write the pattern so that other people can knit this if they want to. So yes, this is the original Stripey turtle tank, and this is my second one, and I'm really excited about it. So this one is for my sister Hannah, and it is extra cropped, so it's a little bit shorter than the original one that I made. But otherwise it's like the same size and everything. And I used all Grenouille yarns. This is Grenouille, her 75-25 fingering weight base, so 75% merino, 25% nylon. And the main color here is Lampblack, which is just the most gorgeous gray. And the contrast colors are from her 2020 Advent. So these are all colors that I got from the Advent. I don't remember all the names. The like minty light green one is called Wormwood. I remember that one because I love it so much. And then this like really variegated one here, this one, I don't know if you guys can see the one I'm pointing to, this one is Lavender. And then I don't remember, I think the like dark purple one is Sfumato. And I don't remember the other two. But I can try to write them if you are interested. But yeah, so I'm really happy with how it turned out. The other exciting news that I have for this is that, so I've written the pattern, and I just want to do a massive shout out right here to my incredible tech editor, Sylvan, who has been working so hard with me on this. I feel like I must be the most annoying person since this is the first pattern that I've ever knit, or not ever knit, that I've ever designed. I just am clueless, I think, in a lot of ways, but I have been asking her tons and tons of questions, and she has been absolutely like the most incredible resource. She's been so helpful for me, and is just an incredible tech editor and person and friend. So thank you so much, Sylvan. But yeah, we have worked really hard on it, and we are actually opening a testing call. So I think actually, so I'm recording this, it is Monday, Memorial Day. And I am planning to open up the application for test knitters tomorrow, Tuesday. But that's when I'm planning to post the video. So sorry if this is very confusing. I think if you're watching this the day that I posted it, today is Tuesday, and the call for testers should be open. And I'm going to link that in the description below. So if you are interested in test knitting the Stripey turtle tank, please click on the link below and go apply to test. And I would love to have you. I'm so excited about having testers knit this pattern. Just like having other people knit it is unbelievable to me. And I just, the feedback that I've gotten already and like the response to the pattern has been overwhelming in a very good and like positive way. So thank you so much to everyone who's said anything about it or messaged me saying they want to knit it or anything. I cannot wait to see all the versions that people knit. I can't wait to see the color combinations, all the unique and beautiful things I'm sure people will do. And it's just really an exciting thing for me. So yeah, if you're interested in test knitting this pattern, please apply below. And if you don't want to test knit it, but you want to knit it at some point, then stay tuned. In the summer, there will hopefully be a published pattern. So yeah, please apply below. And yeah, I can't wait to show you all more pictures of it once we have testers that are knitting it. I can't wait to see all that and share that with you all. And also there may be a couple of other kind of exciting things ahead with this pattern. I won't say too much, leave a little bit of suspense, but I think there's more that you'll want to stay tuned for. So yeah, that's all I have on that, and I can't wait to give this to my sister. We're traveling, we're going on a trip with my family. We're leaving in less than a week now. Leaving next Saturday, and we're going to a whole bunch of national parks on like a road trip with my family, and so I'm going to give this tank to my sister then, and hopefully we can take some pictures together and everything. So really looking forward to that. Relatedly, I guess not super relatedly, but another gift that I will be sharing with my family on this trip is my other finished object, which is an Oslo hat by Petite Knit, which is the first time I've ever knit this pattern, and I really enjoyed it. It's really nice. So it's basically it's a pretty basic stockinette hat, and it has actually a triple brim. So the way it's really, I guess it is a paid pattern, so I shouldn't give too much away about it, but it is a triple brim. So basically, like, you know, you start from the bottom and you do your normal kind of more standard like folded brim that you like kind of seam together, or like you kind of knit them together so that you have 2 layers here. So this part has 2 layers, and then you fold it again. And there's some like special stuff in there to make it lay nicely and everything. But yeah, so I knit this actually as a gift for my brother, Ben. His birthday was just a couple weeks ago, and I'm seeing him again like in less than a week, and I can't wait to see him. And so I just wanted to give him a special little gift, so I knit him this hat. And honestly, so you can't tell the color super well, it's this really gorgeous like dark green. I don't know if you can see it at all. But yeah, you can maybe see if I put it up to the light a little bit. But it is in Grenouille's new DK base, which is an 85-15, so 85% superwash merino and 15% nylon. And it is really nice. I really enjoyed working with this yarn. I already have plans to buy some like sweater quantities of this yarn from her. I can't wait. But this is, I want to keep this hat for myself, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to knit myself one in the future, and I want to knit one for an office as well. But it's really nice. It's super warm, and I feel like I just really like the style of it. I need to block it because I think that'll make parts of it lay nicely, but yeah, there it is, and it's really nice. It's like a little bit slouchy and like super warm because it's got the like triple layer here around the ears, but there it is, the Oslo hat. And so that is for my brother. So that is my only other finished object for the week. And then I have a couple of works in progress that I wanted to share with you. So one is just my baseball cowl, which I can update you on. Actually, maybe I'll do that after my other work in progress because I can do a little baseball update as well at that time. So for folks that aren't super interested in baseball, they can peace out. But my biggest work in progress over the last several weeks has been my poet shawl. So I have put quite a bit of work into this, and I was really hoping that I'd be able to finish it before I go out of town, and I just don't think it's going to happen because it's right. So I have my poet shawl here, and of course I'm in the middle of a row because I didn't have enough forethought to make sure I wasn't before I recorded. Oops. But I have made a ton of progress on this, and I really can't wait to show it to you. So I put a marker where I was last time I recorded. I really don't want to mess this up. And I'm irritated that I'm in the middle. Actually, I'm just going to slip these stitches over really quick so I can show you because it's so big and I want y'all to get the full effect. So hopefully this is not super annoying that I'm slipping stitches over right now. I was not that far into this new row, so I'm just gonna slip the stitches back so that I can show it to you. But anyway, so this is the Poet Shawl by Sari Nordlund, and I'm knitting it out of Brooklyn Tweed Shelter in the Iceberg colorway, which is just this beautiful light blue, and it has like little flecks of darker blue in it. And I feel like I've been knitting this forever, so if you've been watching the podcast before, you probably have seen this and you already know all about it. But I have made quite a bit of progress, so you can see how large this is. So this is on my longest cord, which I think is like a 40-inch, and it still is bunched a little bit, but I have a marker here somewhere. Okay, this marker here is where I showed you all last time, where I was last time I showed you. I don't know if you can see the marker. So I have knit all of this from that marker up, and I have completed the first lace section, and I just love the way that it looks. Seriously, it's so beautiful. Let me give you a nice close up. Okay, look at how big this is though. Like, this is insane. Let me just, like, what? I can't even, look at how big it is. Anyway, let me show you the lace. So I completed the first lace section. Here it is. Oh my goodness. I don't know if that's showing up or if it's like weird. Maybe, yeah, there, maybe if I put it behind it a little bit, you can see a little bit better. But how gorgeous is that lace? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so pretty. Right, so this is almost done. I'm close. So this is all, actually, well, okay. Let's talk about this for a second. So this is all the yarn I have left. And I'm not going to be able to knit the full shawl. I didn't have enough yarn. So I thought I bought as much yarn as it called for. Maybe I didn't buy enough, or maybe my gauge was off or something, but I realized I was going to run out of yarn. So I'm supposed to do so I'm in the middle actually of the final lace section that goes until the very end of the shawl, and then you do like this special bind off, and then that's it. And I don't think I'm going to make it all the way through that lace section because the lace section at the end of the shawl is larger than the lace, like it's longer than the lace section that I finished. So there are two lace sections with a seed stitch section in the middle, and the final lace section is bigger. And I used about one ball of yarn for this one lace section plus a little bit. So I know, given the amount of seed stitch that I did and just like how much I have left, it's also continuing to get wider every other row. So I just know that I'm not going to be able to finish it. So I made a modification. I actually shortened this seed stitch section in the middle, so you can see like I completed this lace section, and then I realized that I was going to run out of yarn, so I shortened this seed stitch section so that I could get through as much of the final lace pattern as I can. I'm just going to do as much as I can, and then as soon as I get to the amount of yarn that I need for the bind off, I'm just going to bind off. So like I'll be in the middle of the lace section when I bind off. Like, you know, I wish that wasn't what was happening. I wish I had enough yarn, but honestly, like, it's already so big. I'm not that upset that it's going to be, like, not quite as big. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. I wish that I could end the lace section nicely and prettily like Sari Nordlund had written. I'm not going to be able to do that. Hopefully it won't look super weird. I mean, I think it'll be okay to just end wherever I am in the lace section. But yeah, I really, really wanted to finish this before I go out of town. And I just don't think it's going to happen. I have, like, we're leaving in like 5-6 days. And we have like busy days and evenings before then. So like I'm not going to get a ton of dedicated time to knit this. So I don't think it's going to happen, which is a bummer. But hopefully I'll finish it soon. I really want to finish it. That's the thing, like, I think this is beautiful, and I think it's going to be beautiful, and I'm going to be really proud of it. I haven't loved knitting it. It's just a massive seed stitch triangle for most of it. And like, if I'm going to do something, it wasn't even super mindless because I had to pay attention to where I was on the increases. So it wasn't mindless, but it wasn't engaging enough to be, or like pretty enough, because it was seed stitch for most of it. So like, it wasn't super compelling for most of the time. And then the lace section I loved, and that was beautiful, but it was only like a little bit at the end. I don't know. So it hasn't been my favorite thing to knit. And I don't think I'm going to wear it a ton, and that may be on me because of the yarn choice. So I chose this like Brooklyn Tweed yarn, which I really have enjoyed knitting with, and I'm glad that I chose it. I'd never knit with Brooklyn Tweed before. But it's just like, I mean, it's a rustic tweedy yarn, so I just don't think I'm going to wear this a ton. I think it'll be warm, but it won't feel like really soft and good. And I have other shawls that are really nice and squishy and soft and like feel luxurious that I think I'll wear more than this one. So I haven't loved knitting it, and I'm probably not going to wear it a ton, but I think it'll be beautiful. But unfortunately, it's taken me forever, and I'm very ready to be done with it, but I'm almost done. So I really hope the next time I talk with you all, this will be done. I really hope that that is the case. And if not, boy, will that be a bummer. But I'm going to do my best. So yes, that is my poet shawl that I do feel pretty proud of the progress that I've made on it. I'm very proud of that. Okay, yeah, what else? So I guess I can do quickly before I go into baseball stuff. I do have, I guess it's an acquisition. It's not knitting related really, but another thing is I mentioned that I'm making this, I made this hat for my brother for his birthday. I am also making him another hat. It's another reason why I don't think I'm going to finish this before we leave, because I have other projects that I have planned that I probably don't have enough time for, but that's what I do to myself. But I am going to embroider my brother a hat as well. So I just got this hat off of like Amazon. It's just like a standard like baseball cap. It's this kind of like grayish color. And then I got some like this, you know, variety pack of embroidery floss that has like a whole bunch of colors in it. Sorry for that crinkling noise if that's annoying. But and I'm just, so I've embroidered hats before. I embroidered like a floral hat for my sister, and I was in progress of embroidering a floral hat for myself when I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast before. I was on vacation a couple years ago, and we were hiking, and my backpack was stolen from a rental car. So they like busted the window and stole my backpack, and it had my embroidery hat project, which was almost done in it, and it had a pair of socks that I was knitting that was almost done in it, along with like, you know, my laptop and other stuff, like chargers and you know, other stuff that is also important, but the handmade stuff really breaks your heart. My wallet was in there too, you know, all the important things, but also my knitting was in there, and my embroidery. So since then, I never like, I didn't try to replace the embroidery. Like I didn't try to make another one. I was just like, I don't know, done with it at the time since it had been stolen. So this is my first attempt back at embroidery since then. And we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping it doesn't take super long, but my plan is just to embroider like kind of maybe like a little mountain scene here. So like do a couple mountains with like a sun above, and maybe some trees, a little bit of water. I don't know, maybe that's too ambitious. And then on the back, so this trip that we're taking is for my brother's senior trip. He just graduated, not this year, but last year he graduated from high school. So I'm gonna put on the back here something like class of 2020, like right by on the side here, like by the hole. And then I'm trying to decide if I should be cheesy or not. I think I'm a little bit too cheesy for him maybe sometimes, so I'm deciding whether to rein it in or not. But I may put like a little, like a heart, or I don't know, like I could put Ben, like I could put his name, or I may put like I heart you. Okay, that's probably too much. I think he would probably get mad at me if I did that. No, he wouldn't be mad, but it's a little bit, you know, he's like an adult now, so I don't know if he wants lovey embroidery on his hat, but I may put like a little something there for him as well. I could put E heart B, like how, you know, because I love him. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that is my acquisition / kind of planning. And we'll see if I get that done before the end of the trip. I may take it with me and try to do it on the plane or in the car, maybe. We'll see. Okay, last work in progress is my baseball cowl. So this, if you have not listened in before, so first of all, I always forget to say this. Yeah, I work with Seattle Mariners and do a lot of data and other fun math and reporting type things with them. But anyway, I am knitting a cowl, and I knit a stripe for every game that the Mariners play, and I knit in a different color based on whether they won or lost. And I'm not quite up to date. I think I'm actually like 2 games short right now, but I'm pretty well caught up. And so here it is. So you can see the recent sections here, very streaky. So they lost a lot of games, and then they won some games. I'll say the dark blue color is when the Mariners win, and the light blue color is when they lose. So yeah, you can see here, these sections here are very streaky. Long losing streak, then some wins, then another long losing streak, and then now they're on kind of like a little winning streak here as well. They had 1 loss in there, but yeah, anyway, I have enjoyed this pattern. It's fun. I don't knit my stripe every day. I kind of do them in bursts, so I'll wait and do like 5 or 6 games at a time, 5 or 6 rows at a time, but it's been really fun. I really have enjoyed it. It's nice to see the Mariners season progress like this. Other baseball news, I don't have a ton to talk about, I guess. Yeah, the Mariners have been streaky. We have gone to a couple games now. We actually, so I feel like my last couple times that I've talked about baseball, I've always talked about no-hitters. It turns out, since I last recorded, I think the Mariners have been no-hit twice. So other pitchers have thrown a no-hitter against the Mariners, meaning that the Mariners completed an entire game without getting a single hit, which is not fun. But Nofus and I were actually at the game one of those times. So seeing a no-hitter is kind of like, you know, it's very rare. Less rare this season, actually. There have been many more no-hitters this season. Like, we're on pace for more than there have ever been before. I think there have already been 6 no-hitters this year, and like, I think the most there had ever been in a season before the season was 7. Most seasons have like, you know, 2 or 3 no-hitters in them, so 6 already is quite a lot. But anyway, we were at the field for one of them. We were at the stadium. So Nofus and I went to a game, I guess it was a couple weeks ago now, and we watched Spencer Turnbull no-hit the Mariners, which was exciting to see a no-hitter actually, like, because it is such a rare and like historical kind of event. Very much wish that I had not been against the Mariners. Like, I would have much preferred if the Mariners had done the no-hitting. But yeah, I mean, it was still kind of a historic thing. I will be honest with you, in my heart, in my gut, at the end, even though like I knew it would have been historic to see a no-hitter, and like it would have been something I'd never seen before and maybe we'll never see again in person, I still was rooting for the Mariners to get a hit, like even to the end. I could feel myself just like every time the ball was hit or, you know, every pitch or whatever, I was thinking like, oh, I could feel myself wanting them to get a hit. But yeah, so that's been that. Otherwise, I guess I can do a very brief life update. Things have been really good. So we in office, my husband and I are fully vaccinated now. That's why we've been going to the games. We had been waiting until we were fully vaccinated to go to baseball games and to really to see anyone. We had been very kind of sequestered, isolated, just had been the two of us except for grocery trips forever, but forever it feels like. But we actually, now that we're fully vaccinated, we've been going to a couple games. I went into the office a couple of times to work, into the stadium, and that has been really nice. And we've started to see a couple of our friends as well who are fully vaccinated. And so it's actually been a really busy week for us right now because we are trying to see as many folks as we can before we go out of town. Other friends of ours that are fully vaccinated, of course. And so, yeah, we are really excited to be interacting again, seeing our friends, and that has been really fun. We've really enjoyed that. We have been making lots of yummy food. Let me see, what have been some highlights? It's been a while, so I don't want to go through every food that we made, but I know you guys like our Sunday breakfast. So today is actually Monday, but we did our Sunday breakfast today. And we made a homemade Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which if you are unfamiliar is a cereal, a breakfast cereal. These little like squares that are like crunchy and have like cinnamon sugar on them. Anyway, we used a recipe to make our own, and it did not taste like the original, but it was still pretty good. We didn't get it quite as crunchy. It was more kind of like little tiny pastries floating in milk, but it was yummy. We really enjoyed that. And let's see, what else have we made in the last little bit? I made lemon bars today. We have some friends coming over for games this evening, and I made lemon bars. I love to make lemon bars. They're one of Noffa's favorites as well. So I made lemon bars. And I have been making cookies and stuff. I made sourdough buns again a little while back, and that was really yummy. Yeah, I don't know what else. Otherwise, I think things have been pretty good. We finished a puzzle yesterday, and the weather is starting to get beautiful. I don't know if you can tell from the sun that's coming in through the window here, but we are starting to have some gorgeous days here in Seattle. The summer in Seattle is just gorgeous. So going to baseball games and spending time like grilling outside is our very favorite, and it really is starting to feel like summer, which is just incredible. So really excited about that. Oh, I cut my hair. You may have noticed. My hair is much shorter now. I often will cut my hair off pretty short in the summer. I didn't last year because COVID, and I hadn't had a haircut since December of 2019. So it was definitely time. There were like, you know, dead parts at the end that I really wanted to get taken care of. So I took care of that, and yeah, it feels very light and nice. But I'm enjoying that. I'm glad that I cut it, and I like the light, healthy feel. Yeah, otherwise things have been pretty much as usual. I've spent a lot of time again on writing that stripy turtle tank pattern, and I cannot wait to share it with you all. Please, just a reminder, if you are interested at all, please apply to test, and I will have the selections for that later this week. So you should hear back with an email. If you apply, you should hear back with an email by the end of this week, and you will receive the pattern to start testing. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and oh my goodness, it feels like it's been a while, but it's great to connect with you guys. And please, yeah, reach out if you want to test, if you have any questions, if you have concerns, anything like that, let me know, and hopefully, yeah, I will see you all again soon. So I hope you do lots of knitting and watch lots of baseball, and have a great week. Bye!